maybe I should make a gesture to show them that they're safe and that I care about them, and, you know, they can trust me, and they might be too afraid to open up. Hello, beautiful human. Welcome to the February Crosswatchers Only reading. I'm Princess India if you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend, and whatnot or whatever. So anywho, we're gonna go ahead and jump right in to you guys Crosswatchers Only reading. If you're not familiar, I'm so sorry if you can hear me shoveling, but if you're not familiar with what these readings are, they are readings that I do for Crosswatchers Only. So if you are the sign that I'm talking about, which would be Aquarius, just don't watch it. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, but it's for cross watchers, and I do it for the purpose of giving you insight or clarity in reference to your love life and situations as such and whatnot or whatever. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what is going on for my cross watchers and their Aquarian baes and whatnot or whatever for the month of February. And I forgot, it's Valentine's Day that's coming in February and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like love day, you know, all that good stuff. Anywho, let's go ahead and jump right into you guys' cards and see what is going on for my cross watchers and their Aquarius person for the month of February. Let's see. So first card we have is the Eight of Swords. And this is your energy cross watcher. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. We talking about some little soul ties and things going on here. And the Knight of Chalices. This is interesting. Okay, cross watcher. The first vibe that I get looking at this, the cross watcher who would resonate with this would be someone where you may be at some level of distance from your Aquarius person. I feel almost as if you guys have not, like y'all wouldn't be in communication. Let me say it like that. Y'all would not be speaking to each other at present. However, you feel as if there's some type of energetic cord or some type of soul tie or something between you and this person. Or you feel like there's some sense of like a soulmate kind of vibe. With this person, and in the bigger scheme of things, it's more or less you desire to connect with them, you desire to have something with them. However, I feel you guys are kind of into maybe a couple of minds about reaching out to this person, if that's making sense, because it almost feels as if like you know that the two of you have this connection, but it's almost like holding back from them. And it's the main thing I really want to say that kind of is overpowering everything else I can see in these cards is you're on the fence of whether to make some sort of gesture to this person in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Because it's kind of like being, your heart is saying, oh, I need to make a gesture. However, it's like your mind is almost like trying to play hardball, if I could say it that way. But then there's also elements to this that could be kind of like what is influencing you being in like a multi-minded type of state with this is a lot of the connection that the two of you have is very sexual. You know, meaning if you were to kind of sift through majority of the stuff that you guys have done together up to this point, it's almost, there's always like a sexual element to the connection with this person, or it's like an otherworldly sexual connection with this person. But it's wanting it to be more than that, right? So it's almost wanting to almost like make some sort of gesture, maybe of asking or doing something for you guys to be more than what you are. So that kind of gives me two different ways. It's either these are people who aren't speaking, like you're not in communication with each other, or you guys just aren't in communication every day, because it's kind of like a friends with benefits type of situation, if that's making sense. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I feel with this. But with your person of interest, their first card, ooh, child, is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okie dokie. Then we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. And then we have the 10 of Chalices. That's interesting. So with you guys, Aquarius person, there is a little mirror reflection going on here. With this person, if I were to just say it straight, Crosswatcher, it's almost like with the Aquarius person, they are conflicted within themselves, period. You know what I mean? It's almost like they don't really know what they want. However, it's almost there's a resonance with them feeling a connection with you. So it's like, I would say with the Crosswatcher, it's almost as if you guys are more clear on what that is. So if I were to put this in real world terminology, right? This would be like someone, hence the reason why you watching this video. This would be like someone who watches like, you know, YouTube tarot and, you know, is into spiritual kind of stuff. You're aware of, you know, like soulmates and twin flames and things of the sort. So it's more or less you have context for these things or what it is that you're feeling, you know? But with this Aquarius person, they would not have context for said things. So the only thing they know is what they feel is, yeah, I do feel a connection with this person, or like I vibe with them, but I really don't know what that is, you know? And they may be trying to kind of like rationalize it, but at the same time, I feel if you guys were to date other people or I mean, whether you dating or not, it's like they're concerned about what it is that you're doing when y'all aren't around each other. So it's almost as if like things aren't or haven't been moving forward, you know? But it's like they haven't been moving forward. They're not doing anything for it to move forward. But at the same time, when you aren't around each other, they're still concerned with what it is that you're doing, if that makes sense. Because with this Five of Wands in the reverse, I'm really getting a vibe of like, it's like kind of, I don't want to say stalker, because I don't want to say that they stalking you. Yeah, I wouldn't say that they're stalking you, but they're watching you, but not in like a stalker sense. I hope that that makes sense. It's kind of like how could I put it, if you think about like social media, right? It's not saying that this person is like outside your house or anything, but it's like if you were posting on social media or like, you know, interacting with other people, they would be looking to make sure that you're not like involved, if that's making sense. But with this Queen of Wands with them at present, I see two things with this. One side of this is this person's own insecurities of, how can I say it? And I think it's kind of transcended past just you, Crosswatcher. It's not like just specifically with you, this person's like, oh, I'm just not good enough for you. I feel like they have issues with that. Their self-concept, how they see themselves isn't how other people see them. So other people see them in a very positive light and probably see them as someone, you know, who has a lot going for them, has their stuff together. But I feel their self-perception is influencing this inner conflict that they have of like not knowing what it is that they want. Because it's almost like a mixed signal kind of thing, you know, where I see a connection between me and a person. However, because of their own views, issues, or experiences, it's like I'm not really going to act on that. And I don't know, to be quite honest, to be in a position such as that is painful. It's kind of self-sabotatory, you know, because I think this would be someone almost as if they've convinced themselves that they don't want something that they really want, but the reason why they've convinced themselves that they don't want it, and that's a lot of words, so I hope that this is making sense, but the reason why that they would have convinced themselves that they don't want it is because of some past experience that they've had that has either altered their perception on themselves or altered their perception on relationships altogether, right? But with this 10 of Cups, what I'm seeing with this is almost like the person fears, and going back to what I was saying before, it's like they want that, like they want that connection, but they fear attachment. So it's like it's contradicting itself. It's like a person who's keeping themselves away from the main thing it is that they want. And if I were to really like try to deconstruct that mindset, we would literally be here all day. And this is not a soul session, child. You know what I'm saying? But literally, that's the vibe I'm getting with this person. It's almost as if, and now I'm thinking about every single Aquarius person I know. It's almost, okay, let me tell you this, because I'm gonna help you out. I would not necessarily cross-watcher. If you think about making a gesture, and I usually don't tell people stuff like this, but I just feel it, and I'm just gonna go with it, y'all. But you know, this is your life. You understand? You know, but I wouldn't make a gesture. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, okay, this is Princess that's saying this now. If Spirit is telling you something different, you listen to Spirit. Don't listen to me, because who the hell am I in the big scheme of things? You understand what I'm saying? I would not make a gesture, because I don't know why. It's like I'm thinking about every Aquarius person I know right now and how they would feel about that. Because I think why I vibe with Aquarians is because it's parts of, you know, I see myself in them in certain ways, you know? Because what I'm seeing here with this 10 of Cups is like this person fears getting attached to people. And I feel that's because of some level of abandonment. I mean, it could be mommy issues, you know what I'm saying? But it's this person has issues with attachment. And it's almost like this Aquarius person has to attach to people on their own terms, if that's making sense. So it's like they have to get to a point to where they feel safe. And I feel this is whether if it's male or female, and them be willing, you know what I'm saying, to open themselves up, or them make the gesture, or them make the suggestion, you know what I'm saying? And I even have to say, if some of y'all, who child, if some of y'all, I can't even say some of y'all, because this would probably be one person out there in the ether somewhere, a woman who is considering proposing to a dude. Don't do that. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. And it has nothing to do with anything of like, you know, the whole constraints of, you know, societal expectations, nothing to do with that. Just specifically with this person, you don't want to do that, because I think the thought is, my cross watcher discerns what I'm saying in this Aquarius person, and your thought is like, it's almost like you're fighting between your pride and your heart, and the thing you're teetering on is, maybe I should make a gesture to show them that they're safe and that I care about them, and you know, they can trust me, and they might be too afraid to open up. But I feel and I mean, that line of thinking, it makes sense. However, I feel the way that this person is, if you were to end up doing that, it would kind of set what you are desiring to happen back, because it's something about them needing to be in control of how things unfold. Now, if you're willing to put up with that or not, that's totally up to you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no telling if this person is ever going to come around. That would be the hope. But it's not a guarantee that they would ever reciprocate, if that's making sense. But we'll get into that in the extended, my friends. But anywho, we're going over to Vimeo, my website, Patreon, and YouTube members to do you guys extended, where we're going to look at how your person of interest thinks and feels about you. So if you're about that life, follow me on over there. If not, I still love your face. And I will see you guys sooner than later. Now I'm saying.